What is happening, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Just going to walk through GBPUSD price action for last week, which was the 20th to the 25th of May. Another solid week. We're getting some really good back-to-back week price action, especially on GU. EU, you'll see in the breakdown Dylan does, isn't the best. So we'll also start breaking down AUD USD as well. So make sure you guys go watch both of those. Um, you know, back test the price action for the week, see what trades you've got, and we'll compare it with this. These are the A plus setups that we saw for this week. Did take a couple of them actually, missed a couple, just the normal stuff. And there was a bit of interruption with news on a couple of days where price actually gave some A plus confirmations for us personally, but we couldn't take because of that news, so had to sit them out. So basically for the week, what we saw was two entries. Both went 1 to 5 which is our take profit protocol, and then a third one, sorry, that went break even, which we couldn't take because of news. There was another day where we were looking for an entry. It didn't come back, which would have actually gone like 1 to 20 or something, which there was an entry on EU and AU. So like I said, make sure you go and watch them. Also new chart colors. So something different for this week. So basically, I've even got some indicators week start and weekend, so we can at least break this down quite nicely. But basically, starting into the week, we had taken a lot of liquidity to the upside, obviously very, very bullish, but we were due for a retracement. There hadn't been a lot. We're very, very bullish on the week and have been for several weeks on GU. So we were expecting for price to at least give us a hint of a retracement now. Coming in Monday, like I said, absolutely nothing. It did a break to the downside, but it didn't create any structure, no supply for us to even look at taking. Then ending Monday, pushed all the way up, took all of this liquidity up here, which was a really good way to start the week. I see this as just taking liquidity to now create somewhat of a move down, is what we were hoping for. So what we got coming into London session coming Tuesday, nice break of structure, market structure shift to the downside, very internal. So it definitely wasn't a possibility, like it definitely wasn't concrete that we were going to start taking out these lows and push up, but we have got this liquidity here that I was hoping to take. We did have that trend line there. It was taken in the meantime, but I did want these lows taken and to actually do a break of structure to the downside so we can start looking for that bigger retracement to come to demand down here. But unfortunately, with one of the protocols we've got coming into London session here, that was the Asian highs we had taken out, which gave us a tick there. We'd come into supply before we came into demand. So we were able to look here for an entry. Now I'll jump down to the 1 minute and show you what we got. So let me just bounce this around here. I'll have to go back and basically what we had happen on basically London Open, Frankfurt trap was built up, which was real nice for us. Nice inducement into our point. First touch, we don't like to trade. Second touch, beautiful. We then got an entry protocol we like to look at. This is an A plus entry for us, especially with timing, directional bias, break of structure to the downside. We daily cycle, things like that, liquidity targets, all the rest of it. It did a break of structure to the inside. It did come up and mitigate. Now, heaps of us actually got break even on this. Some stayed in. There was a couple of accounts actually held on. Price came in, mitigated a 2 minute point, and also this 1 minute point, which was quite nice up here, but more just the 2 minute point itself. And then pushed on, break of structure, break even, all the rest of it. 1 to 5 hit perfectly. It did run 1 to 5.7, so not 1 to 6 yet. So 1 to 5, nice there. Now I'll break down what happens for the rest of the day. Is we actually pushed back up. We had some news come out from the supply that actually took all the liquidity we were targeting. So this was basically where we wanted price to go to. This news took this out, basically use this liquidity to just push back up, take that liquidity there and do this break of structure to the upside. So back to being bullish after taking this low. That was our range we were working in coming into the next day. Price messed about. Then we had a news release just before London, which then took all of this liquidity again. Basically, that's our 15-minute range from that low to that high there. Coming into London, obviously with this big news week, you don't want to trade this. You just want price to settle. It's not in our rules to try and catch a big sell now. We do know it's going to sell, and you did get this bearish confirmation here, but not enough structure for us. We're so bullish. Last thing we want to do is go against momentum. So what we waited for was this internal break here. With this internal break here coming into London, into New York, sorry, we had a supply point here, which had filled on the 15 minutes. I'll show you really nice, solid price action, basically lower low, higher high, sorry. And then we've come in here, lower high, and then another lower low here. So this price action here mitigated somewhat of a supply, then created a nice supply for us to look at. Coming into New York, price moved its way up beautifully up to that point. It then gave us another entry, inducement, and then inducement and minor inducement, which created a break of structure. Really easy limit set off this, 4.2 pip stop loss, 1 to 5 to the lows. It then went 1 to 5.3. So you've already secured your profit there. Nothing to worry about. Another 1 to 5. Really, really clean, easy trade to take. And we'll like breaking this down now. All the right confirmations there as well. So nice, easy one, Tuesday and Wednesday. Coming to the next day, this didn't break the low, came back up, induced into the supply again, then messed about, and over time finally broke this structure. Now, we were looking to sell into that. It had done another internal break here. So being in this range here, we still wanted to sell off. We're just following those mitigations. Coming into this Thursday here, this is the trade we were looking at. We obviously got our first touch, nice break structure here, induced that into that high. And then as news came out, didn't give the entry, like it gave an entry, just didn't come back up, which is where that melted basically from there to that low there, which is 70 pips. But didn't want to give an entry. So coming into the next day, obviously news driving the market again. You've got to understand that that's our 15-minute range, but we are still overall bullish. So this could have just been an inducement, which it looks like it's going to be at this point, at least at this point in time. This inducement low, which was created by more news, unfortunately. So we can't trade that again. Coming into London, absolutely nothing. Just take here, which we just saw as a big trap. Like buyers are obviously in control. Last thing you want to do is sell out of a supply just above Asian session. It very rarely holds. And as you can see, price pushed up, gave a medium inducement. Now, this is where we could start looking for another entry. It's not a high probable entry, like not the highest of A plus entries. But if it does give now a medium inducement, we can look for a trade to at least retrace down to here. We did doubt that it would hold, as the liquidity taken here isn't a lot. At least if we come into this top supply here, that's where we want to trade out of, or the inducement, the external inducement of that high, which was at the end of the day anyway, so we couldn't look. So if I jump down and break down what happened here, we had a medium inducement, minor inducement. This is where news came out, so it did give an entry model of some sort. It only ran 1 to 6. We couldn't take anyway, but we had this marked out. Good liquidity target here. The aim was to at least take it down to this demand here, which would have given you that 1 to 2. Nice break even either way, whichever way you look at this. But no, news came out literally as it tapped into this entry. So we couldn't take it. But as we thought, wasn't enough liquidity to take, and then push back up. So that's it for the week. Basically, looking at just the entries that we should be taking, you've got 1 to 5, 1 to 5, possibly a break even here, depending on how you manage that. So break even, 1 to 5, break even if you take the news trade. That's it. So 5R or 10R up on the week for GU. I suggest you guys go watch AU and Euro USD breakdown that Dylan's going to run through. Beautiful trade on AU to start the week that he actually caught, which was very, very nice. So make sure you go have a look at that. The Discord link will be in the description below if you guys want to join and watch us go live. Daily updates every day. These three pairs, USD CAD's also chucked in there from time to time just to spread a bit off. So if you want to see those daily updates, breakdowns of our trades, our live trades and so on, make sure you hit that link, and we'll see you in there. If not, thanks for watching the weekly update. Hopefully you guys went and actually looked at GU before this. Let us know if you caught the same trades and so on. So that's all from me, and I'll see you guys next week.